There folks, today I'm just going to quickly unbox this Whitby knife. Now this is the 2.5 inch zebra clip point and it's a Scandi convex, so Scandivex. However, you could turn this to a full Scandi when sharpening it, which is what I'm going to do. So let's unbox it. Here's the code for it. Here's all the information. It's made in China. It's got a warranty of 2 years and that's Whitby's information. So you'll be looking to pay £15 sterling, which is around $20. So right, let's get to it. Comes in a little bag. It's not taped up. You just push it out. Done. Right, let's get to it and have a look. So to pay homage to our troops and troops around the world for World War I and II and so on and so forth, we're going to measure it with this. Okay. So it's listed at 2.5 inch, and I confirm it is. The blade is, the actual sharp part, the cutting this surface, is 2.25 inches. So take that as you would. As you can see, it's quite thick. It is 3.5mm thick, so this is quite high quality. Right. As I always mention, my hand is large size glove, so I believe that is a size 7. I can grab 4 inches on a ruler, so that will help people to gauge whether it fits. Now, it fits like a glove in my hand, and the lanyard's not going to irritate me when I put one on, because I've got a little gap, although I don't think it'd really be much of an issue. So, it's listed as stainless steel. So I'd suggest this is perhaps a budget stainless for its price. There's its writing in Whitby. It's got Allen bolts. The only fault I've noticed, now this has been absolutely merciless, is perhaps just that there. That is it. Slightly different. If you was bothered, you could sand that flush the same as the other. So, blade line up. It's about 1/4 millimetre to the right, favouring the right side, but when we open it, I think that's immaculate for that price. I think this is a real bargain, to be fair. Right, so I'm going to compare this to the others. These, as far as I know, are the only types of Scandi knives available. And these are all UK legal carry. This is all I want to cover. Right, so let's ramble on a bit. Let's just get these in position. Right, so first we've got the TBS bore. This has a much better quality steel, and this is, as you can see, full Scandi. And it's N695 steel, so it's a better quality steel as we know today. This handle will suit all size hands. It's rocking, that's very annoying. This will fit all size hands, and as you can see, this is just that little bit better, but there's not a lot of difference in it. You'd be looking to pay £60 sterling for this. However, it is slightly longer than the others. As you can see, it's just the nuts, there's not a lot in it. For those who want to know, I believe it's machined better. It's made in Europe though, so we expect better quality out of Europe, I would have thought. And with all of these knives, I'm going to make a special point of saying this. This will not shut on your finger. This is what I wanted to make very important about my videos, is I am going to demonstrate choils because I don't think everyone does it. Now, this is for me a semi-choil. It's got a partial choil cut in here. I think perhaps the manufacturer could consider putting a full choil in there because it's not going to be hard to machine one in there. As you can see, it's naturally got that shape anyway. But that would just be a mere suggestion maybe for these companies. That would just make it close, not at all. But as you can see, that is not going to cut you. I forced that to, It pinches a little bit, it's not unpleasant. So that would be your expensive suggestion, but it's made in Europe, and some people would rather get round a Western manufacturer over a Chinese manufacturer. Not for no reason other than they like to buy from this side of the world, and they know people have probably been paid a bit more fairly. So here's a lineup of them all. That is very, very annoying. I'm trying to stop that. There. Right, so with these two, these are both from Whitby. I've done tabletop reviews previously. They're both the same price at 15. However, some places may be 13. In that region, we shall say. I will comment and say this handle is by far the most comfortable. It just, your hand just soaks into it. It is awesome. The wood's zebra wood. And that's the fit and finish yet again. It's not perfect, but you'd be very harsh to say it's rubbish. It's not. It really is. That is a hair thickness gap in there. There's no blade play at all, and I'm being really rough with that. So why would I personally suggest this style of knife? My opinion is with all of these, they are probably the most non-threatening looking blade, which is obviously an issue in the UK. The legislation, section 139, says you can carry a blade under 3 inch providing it does not lock, and that's 3 inch on the cutting surface. I personally always get a knife where its whole blade measures less than 3 inch, because if that police constable on that day is confused, you're going to get nicked, and it's going to be very inconvenient. You could go to court, but yes, if you keep pressing that section 139, there's been cases thrown out, so you shouldn't be expected to be charged with that, because at the end of the day, you're following the legislation. Now, this is probably my favourite handle by far, as it fits like a glove, and it's got like a puko belly on it, so it really is comfortable. I can't really stress enough about that. As the same with both of these Whitbys, they are Scandi convex, but what I am going to do with mine is put it in my Lansky sharpening system. I'm going to go between 20 and 25 blade angle and see what this Scandi is set at. At a guess, I would say currently it is 20, maybe 20, it's set at 20, that is, looking at it. But if I was to keep going at 20, it will keep on going, and it will just be a Scandi, which is quite good. So these knives, they do this in resin. Basically, both these handles are available in both these colours and patterns, but there's also a black variant. I think, to be honest, I'm not impressed with these. I'm going to get a few more of them. But as far as I'm aware, for UK EDC pocket carry, these are the only Scandi knives you can get. If you've got a good reason, then you've got the Last Fault by Castron. But for day-to-day pocket use, I think these are a good knife to have. You can use it for bushcraft. I have battens with this TBS, believe it or not. To protect the edge from damaging the joints and stuff, I put it through the sticks like that, so there's no strain. Because I don't want to strain it. It's £60, so it's relatively expensive. It's more of a premium style. The only quality issue I have is the handle damages quite easily if you drop it. I dropped it on a tarmac though, so to be fair, that is going to damage a lot of knives regardless. They do have other handles available, which will be a bit more heavy duty. My thoughts and opinions are, I'm probably going to get this one in resin, because this is the best handle for me. If you've got a large hand, cut to the chase and get this one. If you've only got a lower budget of £15. There's another YouTuber who does a more extensive test on this. I shall pop his channel on it. I don't think he's got enough subscribers, to be fair, because his material's epic, so he should have more. I'm also going to put a snake knot in this, because I think they're a lot easier to get it out of your pocket, because we don't have a pocket clip for these. I wouldn't want one because of its classic style. It's more of a classic look. So all in all, I think these are brilliant. So we've got £15, £15, £60. Much better steel at the top, and it's already a Scandi. If you're prepared to do the work though, and you want a Scandi, these are Scandi Vex, so you can quite easily turn them into a dedicated Scandi. So, if there's anything you want me to show you about these knives, if there's anything missed, I mean, I'm tempted as well to do some light testing with these. I'm not smashing it through massive stuff for battening because it's not its intended purpose, but I think what I'm going to do is feather stick with it. So I'm going to feather stick, maybe carve a tent peg, you know, a few trivial minor tasks, just to demonstrate. I would suspect these two will dull quicker, but I'm guessing they will sharpen a lot easier than this at the top. I typically find that if you get a better steel, it'll be harder to sharpen. So what you gain from one end, you lose from the other. I'll just do some quick overall measurements for these. Once again, with this ruler. This is 6.5. The other is exactly the same size, so I shan't bother with that. And this is 6 3/4. So there's not a lot in it. They all fit a large hand easily. My favourite handle is this one, but if you like resin, they have this handle available. I shall pop the links in. You can get it from multiple shops, but I'm just going to suggest these from Sinclair Knives, I believe it is, because I've had good experience with them. You can get them from Amazon as well, which will provide you with a faster service. They are on Prime. So feel free to have a look on them for yourselves. This is only available from the Bushcraft store, a UK-based store, and this is the more premium one. So, thanks for your time, people, and goodbye.